Hello, and welcome to another episode of County Perspective, the show that focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and a community that you live in. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining us. It's been a busy summer over in Winchester Hall, so let's jump right in with some news from around the county. Frederick County is moving forward with composting of food waste. During her public information briefing on August 1st, County Executive Jan Gardner announced 3 new initiatives that will encourage composting of food waste by residents, schools, and businesses. Composting extends the life of landfills, conditions soil, and improves water and air quality. The first initiative is a pilot program that will permit commercial food waste to enter the county's transfer station at a reduced rate. The goal was to encourage private businesses to compost food waste. The county executive established a low tipping fee for haulers that bring source-separate food waste to the transfer station, beginning September 9th of this year. The 1-year pilot program will accept food items including fruit and vegetable scraps, meat, dairy products, fish, eggshells, coffee grounds and filters, paper products, and pizza boxes. The second initiative will aim to educate public school students on the proper way to separate their foods. The county is awarding a grant to Frederick County Public Schools to provide part-time composting coaches who will teach children how to keep the food waste free of contaminants. The third initiative will be to offer low-cost composting bins. County residents will be able to purchase the bins on a first-come, first-served basis at a special event in the spring of 2020. Composting was recommended in the 2017 final report of the Solid Waste What's Next Steering Committee appointed by Executive Gardner. For more information on composting, visit frederickcountymd.gov/compost. Frederick County is now a LEED Silver community. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. The U.S. Green Building Council made the announcement on Tuesday, July 29th. A press conference was held that day at Winchester Hall, where the Director of LEED for Cities and Communities, Hillary Varnador, presented the county certificate to County Executive Jan Gardner. Varnador also presented Mayor Michael O'Connor with the City of Frederick's LEED for Cities certificate. Frederick County earned the LEED Silver certification for implementing practical and measurable strategies and solutions to improve sustainability and to ensure a high quality of life. LEED for Communities will allow Frederick County to track outcomes in energy, water, waste, transportation, health, education, safety, and prosperity. Executive Gardner said we are reducing energy usage with all electric transit buses and hybrid vehicles, increasing our renewable sources with solar arrays, improving water quality through our creek relief program, and adding bikeways and trails. Sustainability is a responsible way to ensure a bright future for our community, and it fits with our goals and vision for livable Frederick. Frederick County's Finance Division was honored recently for the great work being done in their accounting department. They earned a national award for excellence by the National Government Finance Officers Association. What's remarkable about the annual award is that Frederick County has earned the Certificate of Achievement more than 35 times. County Executive Jan Gardner recognized the accounting staff at a Frederick at its Best recognition ceremony on Tuesday, July 30th. The accounting team earned the achievement for the comprehensive annual financial report that was released in December of last year. A special review committee determined that Frederick County's report met the high standards of the program. The report demonstrates full disclosure and clearly communicates Frederick County's financial story. An audit from a firm of licensed certified public accountants gave the report a clean audit. Executive Gardner presented a special plaque to Accounting Director Melanie Tom and a certificate of special recognition to Finance Director Lori Deppies. Recently, Frederick City and county officials sponsored the annual Best Places to Work award ceremony. Small and large businesses were recognized for their company's staff satisfaction and their contributions to the community. Let's take a quick look at some of the nominees who were dubbed Fun Masters. Hopefully this will explain to you how they got their nickname.
ensuring that our culture speaks to our people. And that means they want to work hard. They want to be appreciated for what they bring to the table. People want to have fun. My name is Meredith Rourke, and I'm the Director of Operations at the Matten Companies. Matten is a full-service real estate company located in Frederick, Maryland. You know, what I believe makes Matten different and our key differentiator is our relationships. And that's our relationships with the community, it's our relationships with our teams, and it's our relationships with our investors. It goes along with working hard and playing hard. We want to offer extra things for our employees. The yoga and meditation that we do once a week is something that we started a few years ago, and it's great. It's a great way for people to relax for an hour during the day each week. We just submitted our proposal for putting a boat on the creek. We're very excited about it. We're in the process of doing a company survey on what we should name her and the charity that we should associate with that. Basketball is fun. We obviously love our basketball court. You know, we use it for yoga as well, but it was part of the original design when we moved into the building. We have obviously a very large warehouse space that we build out into our offices. And that just played in incredibly nicely considering the love of basketball that a number of our team members have, and we just went for it. The guys have a great time playing basketball, and that's what we want to see. We want to see people enjoy what we have and what we have to share.
This company really looks at what makes us happy as people and respects us.
Do you have your feet things zip, you know, on the bottom of my feet? I had to use them.
I mean, yes, the job is you have to be a skilled sign language interpreter, but it's so much more than that. Sign language interpreting is everywhere in this area, as you know, but this is the best place to work, obviously. We have the most fun. We are Z Video Relay Service, and we provide video relay services for deaf and hard of hearing individuals. I think the job is pretty taxing, and so we try to have as much fun as we can together. And we say, okay, the job is hard, but when we're on breaks, we want to have a good time. We want to come into work and have fun. So as you see, we have the dogs, and that makes a world of difference for us. Having these dogs here, it's such an amazing thing to be able to bring your dog and to share their love for humans, and our team loves it. So we really try to make this place so much fun. And these guys, it's a lot of just talking, getting ideas from each other. Like, what do you want to do? Oh my gosh, I had this amazing dip over the weekend. Hey, you want to do dip day? And yes, yes, yes. And then we do dip day. If you can imagine, we have calls all day long. You're not sitting in there waiting for somebody to call. It's a call, you get 6 seconds, the next call, the next call, the next call. So we're constantly busy, so it's just kind of something to do, to have a good time and laugh. And when people walk in, they're like, what'd I miss? What'd I miss? What did you guys do today?
Yeah.
And we are allowed to be us. You know, there's a job that we have to do in this industry. We're regulated by the FCC, and there are rules and guidelines that we all have to follow, and we're able to follow them. But we can do it in a way that I'm who I am. I can still portray that with my customers, and so our company allows for that.
I can't imagine a world where I'm tired of running an escape room or playing escape rooms, because at the end of the day, escape rooms are storytelling. And in this golden age of incredible video games and apps and theater and music and television, what we've found is that people want to be entertained by people that are entertaining. My name is Chris Sparks. I am the owner and game overlord of Sherlocked In Escape Games in downtown Frederick. I design the rooms, manage the staff, and bring our stories to life. The staff meetings here are called all hands. And there's two kinds. There's the ones that you'd expect, where you all get together and we do updates on policy or staffing changes, things that you need to know to run the business. But the ones that I like better are the social all hands, because for those, you never really know what's going to happen, except it's going to be awesome. We travel around the DMV playing other escape rooms to bond as a staff and stay sharp. We play role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons or Dread. We play board games and card games, games that build their theatrical presence. I think my personal favorite staff meeting to date The best staff meeting that I've done was when we played the accent game. It's a simple game where someone draws a card and everybody else in the room has to do the voice that's on that card. I learned that day that my team cannot do a Chewbacca accent to save their life, and that their Smeagol impressions leave a little bit to be desired. Every new room we make gets better and better and better. Our characters and costumes get more and more elaborate and in-depth. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the simple model that our people are the absolute best. My staff is second to none. The actors and actresses that play our characters, from the moment you walk in the front door to the moment you leave, put a 5-star smile on your face. If it wasn't for the people, this would just be a room filled with locks and interesting pictures. But with the people there, it's pure magic.
We're going to take a quick break, but stick around. We have plenty more coming up on County Perspective. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Now in a bit, we'll learn about some of the farmers markets around the county, but first, let's find out what pet is looking for a new home in this episode's featured pet.
Karma arrived at FCAC in late June and has quickly become special to most staff and volunteers. She is shy and nervous at first, but once she gets to know you, her big smile and wiggle butt will melt your heart. Karma is an incredibly sweet dog who loves to give hugs. She walks nicely on leash and has previously lived with other dogs. She recently had her left eye removed due to a painful hereditary condition. She will need a home where her owners and their children understand not to startle her on her blind side.
Looking for something to do in the next few weeks? Well, Frederick County has your back. Check out some of the great programs and events that some of the county departments are offering. One of my favorite parts of summertime is heading to cookouts with my friends and family. Nothing is better than having fresh, homegrown, local flavors on hand to eat. But where's a good place to get these delicious foods? Look no farther than your local farmers market. Let's check it out. Frederick County is known for its large array of farms and beautiful farmland. Farming in Frederick County plays a major role in the local economy, and so do farmers markets.
Farmers markets themselves put in over $2.7 million into our economy every year.
There's over 15 farmers markets in Frederick County that return every spring, and most of them have been around for over 20 years.
Originally, the Maryland Department of Ag wanted to sponsor farmers markets throughout Maryland. The first one that they sponsored was here at Everybody Square in Chabro. It's the oldest outdoor market. This market was established in 1991.
Almost everything sold at the farmers markets produce was grown locally in Frederick County, and the freshness and variety is what keeps the customers coming back.
They sell a little bit of everything. We have produce, fruits and veggies, meats, cheeses, dairy products. Just about anything you can grow on the farm here in Frederick County can be sold at a farmer's market.
We're Scenic View Orchards, and we're up in Sabillesville. We have 250 acres that we farm there. We have about 75 acres in vegetables and 30 acres in fruit. Everything that we bring to the farmer's market, except for the blueberries, are ours. It tastes better for them. They know it was picked fresh. The stores can't duplicate a good vine-ripened tomato.
Not only do Frederick County farmers markets support the local economy and provide residents with fresh fruits and vegetables, but they also provide employment opportunities as well.
Farmers are so busy trying to get the crops in, especially in the middle of summer, that they have to hire in some labor or have family help, kids, grandkids, help them on the farm and in the farmer's market.
We have high school and college kids that help. Some of them started when they were 15, and they usually stay with us for 4 or 5 years, and then sometimes even after they get married, if they have time, they come back and help some.
Farmers markets are usually open 1 day a week and last around 3 hours. But for the farmers and workers, the day is longer than 3 hours.
By the time we load and come here and unload and then pack up and get back home, it takes about 9 hours total for that day. And then you have vegetable prep that you have to do too. So it's not a 3-hour market when it sounds like it is. It's something that we like doing or we wouldn't be doing. It's a lot of hard work, and when you have vegetables, they have to be picked on time or they're not going to be the quality that you want.
At the end of the day, the majority of the income earned at the farmers markets returns back to the farms.
The farmers use these profits to continue to expand their business. They'll put back into the farm. Farming is an expensive business, so they use those profits to continue to grow their agriculture operation.
Operating a farmer's market stand is hard work, but the farmers keep coming back because of their passion for agriculture and the appreciation that they receive from the community.
You get the interaction with the customer and you get to know them by name. It's hard to memorize everyone's name, but they appreciate it, and we appreciate them coming. It gives people a place to go and visit with their friends and meet new friends. They exchange recipes, they exchange jars of jams and jellies. I've had where we've been here 27 years, we have the children grown up and they come back because their parents brought them here to the farmers market. So it's a good wholesome thing to have, and it benefits everyone in the county.
If you'd like to find out more information about Frederick County farmers markets, visit homegrownfrederick.com. Now at this point in our show, we like to mention a few recent events along with things our viewers should keep an eye out for in the upcoming weeks. The Frederick County Charter Review Commission will meet regularly on the first and third Thursday of every month, starting at 7 p.m. in the third floor hearing room of Winchester Hall. The commission will be broadcasted live on Channel 19 and HD Channel 1085. So tune in to FCG-TV to keep up with charter review findings and recommended changes to the Frederick County Charter. The Commission had their first meeting on June 26th of this year. If you would like more information about the Charter Review Commission, visit frederickcountymd.gov/Charter Review Commission. You're invited to come to the Myersville Library ribbon cutting ceremony at 10 a.m. on August 24th, located at 8 Hart Place, Myersville, Maryland. The new 7,000 square foot library was constructed at the original Myersville Town Hall site. The library incorporates trolley car number 150 inside of the library itself. The library has a community room, quiet study places, and an outdoor patio. Construction of this library was paid for by the county along with a grant from the Maryland State Library County Library Capital Grant Program and community donations. If you would like to make a donation to support the Myersville Library, visit fcpl.org/support. Well, that's it for this episode of County Perspective, but don't forget to follow Frederick County on social media in order to keep up to date on important news and events. We'll see you next time for a fresh look from a county perspective.